Welcome to the Minimalist, a parser to save energy.
With many industries moving towards the cloud, the number of applications and programs being hosted on servers is growing immensely, which brings a larger energy usage. This creates the problem of users using too much energy while hosting servers. Our solution is just to have a parser that goes through the IBM Cloud Network through various types of source code files and attempt to reduce the size before serving them.
You're probably wondering, what can minimization actually save in terms of energy and CO2 emissions? Well, let's see what it does on something like yahoo.com. If we estimate that yahoo.com is requested 100,000 times a day, which is pretty conservative, we can actually minimize it by 70 kilobytes, about 13% of what its original size was, which translates to a very small amount of energy. But if it's requested 100,000 times a day, we can actually save 1,087 kilowatt hours every month, or 1,000 pounds of CO2 from being produced. Even if the response was compressed by something like gzip, we can still save about 105 CO2 pounds monthly. What's the effect? Here's the non-minimized version, and here's the minimized version. As you can see, not much of a difference. And here are our numbers sources. But however, this is just a proof of concept. In the future, we hope to implement our own minification algorithm and run it on all deployable source files hosted on the IBM Cloud. As shown, minimization can cut back on energy consumption while maintaining a similar user experience.
From the landing page, which displays some stats and encourages use, we can go to the Minimalist, which provides an option to either upload a repo or provide a GitHub repo link. The user will then be prompted to select what files to minimize or exclude and can filter by file type using tags. The new repo will be created and differences will be shown as well as a reduction in size. The lines will be color-coded to display the type of changes that were made to the files. Users can also hover over lines to see the corresponding line that has changed from the original file.
The basic idea is that companies and other IBM Cloud users would push their code to GitHub, and then that's when the minimizer would be applied. So it would parse through the code files and remove unneeded space, repeated code, unnecessary class references. Then the usual process would apply with Docker and Kubernetes to containerize and orchestrate the containers. Then these programs would be available to end users, and we'd also be using Instana to collect information on runtime, latency, and energy that would be then served on a tool for the companies to see how this benefited them. We'd also have a comparison tool as a GitHub plugin so users can see the difference between the original and the parsed file.
Our product, the Minimalist, is unique because normal parsers usually only exist for specific languages and are user-side plugins. However, the Minimalist would be server-side, which reduces user inconvenience and would cover a variety of languages. The Minimalist is also integrated into IBM Cloud, so it would be available to thousands of users on day one. Our next steps would be to refactor existing code already being hosted on servers to minimize it. Thank you.